Oh, it's getting painful. Pain Cavern by name. Pain Cavern by nature.
And we are back for another episode of Dead Last Cycling. Today's race is the first stage of the Zwift Games and takes place on Kaze Kicker. With it being a short route without any real major climbs, I went into this reasonably confident that we could continue the Cat C success story. But with 119 other riders to contend with, I was trying not to get too optimistic, and whilst last week might have ended in a podium, there was still plenty to work on.
I had a lot of comments last week about two things. One being my cadence being a bit slow, the second being my accent. Now, the first one, I've switched down to shorter cranks, which I've been meaning to do for a while, because I've got a right hip impingement. The second one, as far as my accent's concerned and losing my voice, that's just something we're going to have to deal with, lads.
It's early days, but the shorter cranks feel a lot better, at least so far. If I can find an easy fix for what's apparently called exercise-induced laryngeal obstruction as well, then that'd be great. But otherwise, my voice is going to be all over the place during some of these races. Speaking of races, let's get back to it.
Only one power-up this week, which I'm a big fan of. I kind of hate the RNG of the power-ups. Everyone starts with one feather. While it'd be nice to save that feather for the final corkscrew climb, I think Pain Cavern will have me popping it.
Pain Cavern has featured in quite a few races over the past few months, so tactically at least, I felt ready for it.
We want to make sure we roll with good momentum into Pain Cavern. Want to spike it on the downhill just before. Never want to start a long climb in the back. Start a long climb in the back, you just make it hard for no reason.
The last time I raced up Pain Cavern though, things did not go well as I blew up in the second half, and that was in a Cat D race. So I knew today I'd need to be at my best to stay with the leaders.
4.5 minutes here. Gonna have to set a PR to stay on, I think. Try to save the feather for the second half if I can.
A lot of people did not share my plans for their feather and used theirs immediately, which kept the group nice and bunched up and meant I was able to enjoy a big draft without having to worry too much about people in front of me letting the wheel go. As we hit the flat middle section, I was firmly in the front third, and whether this is psychological or not, I always find it helps me to keep the power on during the flat parts and ride that momentum towards the front as other people take the opportunity to ease off. But that strategy might also explain why things were starting to hurt.
Oh, it's getting painful. Pain Cavern by name. Pain Cavern by nature.
An original line, which I'm sure nobody has ever said before. I was hurting, but it was a controlled pain, and provided nobody ignited the afterburners, I didn't feel in any real danger of being dropped. My heart rate might have been drifting dangerously high, but I think that might be because my heart rate monitor is nearly old enough to drink. Whatever my heart rate actually was, Pain Cavern was basically at an end, and I'd managed to avoid using the feather, which was a real win.
Ah! Come on! One last dig. We've got this. We are not getting dropped.
That was quite the pain face I was pulling there, but Pain Cavern was successfully completed, and it was unlikely that I would get left behind on the flats, so that meant it was time to recover.
Now keep the cadence up, people say. Keep the cadence up to recover. Flush the legs.
Flushing the legs is all good and well, but I felt like I was overheating.
Oh, I'm sweating. I need a better fan. Or another fan. 6 fans.
Now this became a bit of a theme, and I was running way hotter than normal.
Right, I'm warm today. I'm burning up. I've got fan on full blast, but...
The but there being that it wasn't really helping. With England finally starting to creep out of the depths of winter, it might be time to upgrade the cooling system for these races, because even though the power had come down, I was absolutely roasting. But I had to try to ignore the profuse sweating and focus on the race. Now, as usual, I'd watched a few people do this route to prepare, but I still wasn't really set on what strategy would serve us best.
I don't know. I'm in two minds what to do. I doubt I can win a sprint of it. Like, really shouldn't be thinking about the win, but gotta think about doing your best. Maybe a smash up the climb, try to reduce the group, might be for me. But to be honest, there's probably a stronger guy in here that might do that anyway. So maybe I just try to go with him.
As the longest plateau in the world continued, I was still really struggling to cool down, and my voice was once again starting to struggle as well.
Yeah, I'm sweating way too much. This shirt's gonna have to go off next week.
I would have taken the shirt off then and there, but I'm pretty sure I would have found a way to crash a stationary bike in the process. With little chance of any action until the corkscrew climb though, and my voice starting to leave the building, I think it's time we fast forward a little.
All right, same thing as paint can, but shorter. We juice it down on the downhill, and then we gun it.
Somewhere along the way, I decided to try and make the corkscrew climb as hard as possible. Try and split the group and hope for a reduced bunch sprint. What I wasn't expecting was to be drifting off the front, but I had a small gap. Logic was telling me I should slide back, but sometimes adrenaline trumps logic, so I kept the power down.
Gosh, this is a mistake. No way I can hold them off. I have to drop back, I think. I fucked that up. That was a big mistake.
Indecision is never good, and I was wavering, but I had already burned most of my matches, so I really didn't have much of a choice left to me. It was time to try and ride the longest kilometre of my life. With the pack barreling down the hill behind me, it was looking unlikely, but I just had to hope that once we hit the flat, everyone else started to look at each other.
I expect more people go with me.
With Carlson getting swallowed behind me, my days were numbered, but I had to keep fighting anyway.
Ah. I've got nothing. Fuck.
So, unfortunately, it was meltdown instead of medal this week. And in reflection, I still don't know if I committed properly to that. I set 2 and 3 minute power PRs, but I probably could have gone harder. I definitely could have gone smarter.
I messed that up. My bad. Should have stopped at the top or just not gone. Well. I think I had the legs there too. We all make mistakes, guys. Oh, I'm disappointed in myself. Maybe I didn't commit enough, I don't know. But look, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back next week. I'll try to rush a bit smarter on the finish. If you got this far with me, if you can, subscribe, like the video, I'd appreciate it. I'll see you guys next week.